Hey guys, Olena with iFoodReal.com here. Today we will be making healthy chocolate chip cookies. They are much lower in sugar and butter and made with whole grains, and yet they're soft inside and chewy outside, just like a good cookie should be. Let's do it. We begin with softened butter. To soften the butter, you just leave it on the counter for 2 to 3 hours. Don't put it in a microwave, that's melted butter. Then you add sugar, and I am using organic cane sugar. Another good healthy option is coconut sugar. It just has to be a dry sweetener. You cannot use honey or maple syrup. Unfortunately, those cookies will be cakey. Grab a mixer and start creaming. Then we're using 1 egg, and it doesn't have to be room temperature. A splash of quality vanilla extract makes all the difference. At the end of the day, we're making healthy chocolate chip cookies, no artificial ones. I mean, artificial vanilla extract. And cream it all together. And that's where softened butter really helps. You cannot use hard rock butter or cold butter because it will just not cream and it's gonna fly all around the countertops. And then you add baking soda and salt. Mine is pink, I mean salt, because it's Himalayan pink salt. It has more nutrients and vitamins than regular salt. And then we add flour. You can use either whole wheat flour or I'm using spelt flour. Unfortunately, you cannot use almond flour or coconut flour because baking is a science and each flour acts differently. I do have almond flour chocolate chip cookies, to which I'm gonna link in the description below. Then to make the cookie dough, you just mix it with a mixer. But what happens here, for me personally, the cookie dough starts flying and flour all around the kitchen. So I start with a mixer, and then I finish kind of with a spatula. Last addition, chocolate chips. I like to use dark chocolate chips because they're lower in sugar. And actually this time I tried stevia sweetened chocolate chips, Lily's brand, and actually they were pretty good. And then you just mix them in and we will reserve some chocolate chips. Don't add them all to the cookie dough. Now it's time to chill the dough. And my shortcut is to put it in the freezer for 20 minutes instead of the fridge. This actually speeds up chilling the dough, but just don't forget to take it out so it doesn't freeze. And while it's chilling, you preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then remove the cookie dough, and it should be perfectly cold but not frozen. And the cookie scoop, I use the large ice cream cookie scoop, so you don't fill it all the way. Just kind of like 3/4 and roll into a golf-size bowl and place on baking sheets and have a laugh with your videographer. And make sure you leave about 3 inches in between the cookie bowls because they do spread. Now we bake the cookies just for 10 minutes. Now with cookies, the trick is to remove them from the oven while they appear underbaked. So they're puffy, that's normal, and they look pale. They will not look brown and groovy and stuff. That stuff happens later. So you remove them from the oven, and now remember the saved chocolate chips? Look at this beauty. You deliberately place them while cookies are soft and warm where you want chocolate chips to be. So I place about 5 to 6 on top of each cookie. And you let them cool on a baking sheet for about 10 minutes because you don't want to touch hot, soft cookies. They do break. And after that, you transfer them to a cooling rack to cool off a little bit more and firm up. You can wait until they're warm, and then that's the best warm chocolate chip cookies, to dunk them into a glass of milk, or you can enjoy them a little bit later when they're cold. And see, when they cool off, that's when the dough settles and those nice wavy grooves appear. Do you see? And that's sugar and butter combination. You cannot achieve that with honey. That's why you cannot use honey. Absolutely delicious. These cookies are amazing. They will taste like the most indulgent chocolate chip cookie, but it is better for you. Enjoy your life and have a cookie.